Countdown. Prepare audience for maximum impact. Full immersion begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like Dr. King, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire at reality's temple. Reality's temple. My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like Dr. King, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire at reality's temple.
I'm Ibn'rad, 69, student and minister of action for the Realist Temple on Earth, and I'm making this particular video
in the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always. Welcome to another edition of the Reality's Temple on Earth. I am your host, your brother, and hopefully your friend, Taalik Ibn'rad. One of the most hypocritical type people, fake and fraud, deceitful, people that you ever run into or ever meet, are these people who claim and they try to act like they are goody two-shoes, and they are wrapped up in their self-righteousness. You will see an example of this in fake politicians and fake musical superstars. You have these entertainers that might say something against homosexuals, but then when the homosexual, gay, lesbian community get angry, then they flip the script and they apologize. Why are you going to apologize for something that you meant? Why don't you stand up and be a man and mean it? But because we need to satisfy those who are self-righteous, like they are not thinking the same thing, then they apologize because they don't want their money flow interrupted. And you have these politicians that do the same thing. Holier than thou, running around shaking your hand, being fake because they want your vote. Or some man telling a woman she is so beautiful and she is this and that and that. But the only thing he wants is a one-night stand. And vice versa, because women do it also. But they are liars and deceitful. You have those out here in YouTube land got the nerve to call people names. Vile names like racist. You, Taalik Ibn'rad, you is a racist because you hate the white man and you call a white man the devil and you do this and you complain about white people. You shouldn't hate so much, Taalik Ibn'rad. Angel Nut 7. So full of hatred. Woo! Self-righteous. At the same time, these are the same idiots that would tell me you should not judge. God is the only one who can judge, but they judge every day. If you got the nerve to call me a racist or any name that's negative, then you have become a judge and you're just as bad as the ones who you complain about. But see, the bottom line is most of y'all are fake. I don't hate nobody. It's wrong to hate. But if you examine these people's lives, you will see that they can't get along with their mother. They can't get along with their father. They got problems with people on the job. They got problems with their neighbors, but then they can come on YouTube and got the nerve to talk about, I'm full of hate, and chances are that neighbor might be white. If they black, and I don't hate white folks, but you don't like that white neighbor. Well, that's because he's still white. It's still races involved. And you probably live in a neighborhood with basically white folks because you hate your black self. So you go to the neighborhood where white people don't want your ass. But y'all so goody two-shoes, y'all can judge folks and tell people who they are. So no matter how I tell you I'm not this and that, that's your conclusion. But you don't want nobody to tell you what you are. You're too cowardly to face your own demons. Self-righteous, undercover bigots and haters. You got the nerve to talk. I'm out here telling you how I feel honestly. I have never in my life harmed a human being. Never. The last physical confrontation I ever had was when I was a child. I was a junior in high school, or maybe a sophomore. And this person jumped on me and tried to hurt me. I had no choice but to try to defend myself. And I've been a coward all my life, running away from people, when I should have been fighting them back. And the reason why I'm a fighter now, and the reason why I talk and stand the way I am now, because it came from my coward days, when I should have stood up to my enemy. And then I found out that the enemy was not as bad, was not as strong as I thought they was. Plus on top of that, you're dying every day. You're being made mockery every day. You're suffering and you're starving. You're being oppressed every day. What do you have to lose? That is what George Washington and the forefathers of this nation decided. What do we have to lose? Anything we work for, England or Great Britain, they take it from us. We need to stand on ours and fight or die trying. And that's what some of y'all black people in America, you're scary and you're cowardly. And you'd rather go around, well, I guess I'll vote. I'll vote to make a change. You've been voting for how many years? What kind of change have you seen? You still complaining. It'll get better. It'll get better. And your children are starting to hate their elders because they see their elders as a bunch of cowards. Pitiful people have no legacy to leave these children. Nothing. Everything you got, Negro, you had to get it from white people. There's nothing that you earned. I don't care if you Oprah Winfrey. I don't care if you Will Smith. I don't care if you Barack Obama. Everything these Negroes got came from Caucasian people at the root of it. Oh, yeah, you worked hard. Oh, yes, you sacrificed. Oh, you got your education. But all what you are don't benefit you. It benefits them because that's where you got it from. You don't know how to get nothing for yourself. That's why our babies, who are not beggars like you, who have a different mentality, they naturally want something for themselves. They want to see themselves on YouTube, on TV. They want to see their image. What's wrong with seeing a black image? I don't expect white folks to make a black YouTube or create a black Wall Street or anything that's beneficial to us. And if it is, like BET is now owned by them. And really, it was, even when Bob Johnson had it, it was still owned by them because he depended on their revenue, their advertisement, in order to make BET run or function. Because there's not enough. He could have tried it, but he didn't. He could have asked the black community, our businesses, the things that we do to support BET. But chances are he might not have even got that support. So he depended on Procter & Gamble and McDonald's and all these white businesses to support BET. So he know he got to form his programming in order so they don't get angry at him. That's how it is when you depend on somebody, when you're a slave to somebody. But let me go back to y'all self-righteous folks. You can't get along with your mama, your father. See, we don't see you behind the scenes, but I already know you don't. You got the nerve to judge me because I'm out here, I'm open and honest. And you can talk with me. I'm not out here to hurt nobody. I don't think none of us are out here to hurt no damn body. But you can't handle the truth. You can't handle open and honest dialogue. You want to stay in this fake fantasy world. Well, if you are fake and you want to live in that fantasy delusional world, that's your business. But when you come to the reality still on earth, I'm going to tell you how it is. Not from just my point of view, but from the point of view from a lot of us who are African American or black. Those who are downtrodden, poor, and the suffering. Not y'all bougie kind of folks. Because you live a little comfortable, you don't feel the pain. I speak for those who still hurt. And that's the one you want to try to ignore. Jot down your comments. Time is up. Peace, y'all.